Hey guys, welcome back. I thought I'd do a rebuild video for the HX40 H1E turbo that I have for that Cummins. So, I don't think there's a whole lot of rebuild videos for them. If you rebuild one, there's generally all the same for the turbos. But if you're looking for something specific, figured I'd do one for this turbo. The only reason why I'm really rebuilding it is, well, actually two reasons. When the engine decided to drop a couple of valve seats, the first time it dropped one of the valve seats, it obliterated the last turbo shaft that I had. And at the time, it was easier for me to just replace the cartridge instead of just tearing apart the entire turbo to replace the turbo shaft. Well, I can't really say easier, it was cheaper. It was easier, yes, but that wasn't why I did it. I did it because overall it was cheaper for me to just replace it as a whole cartridge. This time what had happened was the number 5, I think, well, the second valve seat that dropped mangled up the inducer, the inducer blades of the turbo on the exhaust side of the turbo shaft. So I ended up having to replace it anyways. Exducer were fine. It's just it still mangled up the inducer side of them fins. And then when I went to go pull it apart, I wasn't paying attention. Should have been. I wasn't paying attention, and I ended up snapping the turbo shaft because the threads on it are here's a remnant. See if I can get it in. No. Focus right there. No? Let's try it this way. Can you focus? Focus. Well, it won't focus. But anyways, they're left-hand threads. They're not typical right-hand threads. And I wasn't even thinking about checking it, unfortunately. Wish I had now, but hey, whatever. So the new turbo shaft is here, and everything else, well, I can't say everything else is done on the engine, but I would like to get the exhaust side of this absolutely complete, so that I can get it closed up. Intake side is still open, unfortunately, and I can't do much about that until I crank the engine over a few times, maybe even start it a few times. That way I know for a fact that I've got all of the water out of that cylinder, out of the rear two cylinders. When I crank it over, I'm gonna end up leaving the back two injectors out, so that when the engine cranks over, it can spit it out the injector holes. But anyways, that's not the topic for this video. So, yeah, ain't nothing to it but to get to it. Alright, let's hope I can keep this all in frame. Actually, let me go grab the old one so I can show you. Yeah, like I was saying, it come on, focus. There we go. The exducer sides of these blades are perfectly fine, but the inducer side, as you can see, is completely mangled. Let me show you the new one so that you have a frame of reference. I already pulled the protective plastic off of it, but that's what it's supposed to look like. So, see if I can get it to focus this time. Yeah, that's left-hand threads. So when you pull it off, or you try to pull your nut off, that sounded wrong. Anyways, when you try to pull that turbo shaft nut off, make sure you do it reverse to normal. There's mine. I'll show you on the inside. Where's that pick? There it is. Alright. Let's see if it will focus in there. Here, maybe? Damn it. There, I'm gonna pull you off of the tripod so you get an idea of what I'm talking about here for a second. Alright. Inside there is two retaining clips and the bronze bushing. This side has it as well. Bronze bushing is not in. I'm going to show you how to install that. The inside retaining clip is still there, and obviously the outside retaining clip is not. Alright. Retaining clip and the bronze bushing. Now, like I said, this turbo cartridge is brand new, so there shouldn't be any damage on the inside of this one. But you still want to inspect it just to be sure. I'm going to use a little bit of oil. Don't need a whole lot because there's not much in here. Alright, like I said, this side is already installed. So I'm going to show you how to reinstall this one. I know I did not show how to uninstall it. It's not that hard. I ended up using a straight pick to get this C-clip out. And it wasn't really that hard to get the new one in. I'm just going to hold it with my finger. I don't know if you probably won't be able to see this, but that's in. And that one's in. Or that side, both of them sides are in, so that clip is fully installed now. Yep, it's all the way in. On this side, I'm going to drop some oil in it. Alright. It's got oil on it now. Alright. I'm just going to wipe this out. Not necessary, but call it my OCD, whatever. Now, I'm going to lube up this part of the shaft. Actually, yep, I'm missing a part on this. I'm going to pull that clip off. Hopefully I can do it without stabbing myself. Come on. Come on. Don't go back in there. Okay. Looks like I need to find my screwdriver. Where's my other pick? Here we go. All right. Yep, still looks good. And that's all the way installed. Now we get to have the fun part of getting it in there. This is definitely going to be fun. How the hell am I supposed to do that? Oh, there we go. Basically, you just press it together, looks like. I thought I was going to end up having to figure out some fancy way of getting that done. Apparently not. That's good. I like doing that. Next, that piece. Well, actually, next is. Actually, it really don't matter, I suppose. So. Normally, I would wear my gloves, but since these parts are so small, I kind of have to use my fingernails to pick them up sometimes. Actually, let's do it this way instead. There. Now I definitely got plenty of oil. It goes on. And this plate goes on. It's a T15. It's a T15 Torx. It's not a very tight torque for these. That's probably good enough. Actually, I'm gonna get specific. I'm gonna go look it up. Hey guys, sorry about the video. I gotta break it in half. I tried several times to upload it as one whole file, but it just kept it kept failing. So I'm gonna upload both part 1 and part 2 of this video, but or I'm going to upload both part 1 and part 2 of this video at the same time, because my whole plan was to upload this video as one whole piece. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. I will put a card on the top. I'll put a card up there so that y'all can go right to part 2 if it doesn't show up in the right hand side for you.